Oh, welcome back to Nikki's Nosh, and today I'm at Miller and Carter's in the old post office. Yeah, I had to be close to the camera because there's too many people here wandering around right in the centre of the city, and behind me is what used to be the old post office, and it's the last time I ever went in there was to get my driving licence renewed and have my photograph taken, and that was 6 years ago. So what happened is that we obviously, York is used quite a lot for hen nights and everything else, so you'll see the world displayed in its full tapestry here on a Saturday afternoon in January. I'm going to be going into Miller and Carter, and I've spoken to them. I've found a little bit of a nice spot. They know I'm filming. You have to get permission with Mitchells and Butler, and I got permission from Taylor. If you want to know exactly where Miller and Carter is, I'll just show you. That's the wall. Right, so just right next door. Right, so there's Miller and Carter, yeah. Then there's the Tomahawk twins. No, that was the Thompson twins, wasn't it? And then we've got obviously the Guildhall there, Coney Street. There's the Ivy. We've got this place here, which is Harker's, which is another Mitchells and Butlers. That's a pub. So that's Harker's. Then we've got the Impossible, and then we've got Betty's on the corner. This is a very busy part of York. Yeah, so we're at Miller and Carter. So there we go. So come on.
Welcome back to Nikki's Nosh. For food reviews we love, exploring Yorkshire's finest spots. The flavors rise above. Restaurants, pubs and cute cafes, we savor every plate. Each bite tells a story here, where meals of life await.
Well, welcome back to Nikki's Nosh, and of course I'm Nikki. I'm at Miller and Carter. Now, Miller and Carter have only got the one restaurant here in York, and it is in the most incredible building. This building that we're in now was originally the General Post Office, and it had been the General Post Office for about 100 years. I don't know exactly, I'm exaggerating, but it was around lots and lots of years, 100 years. And the last time I came here, as I have said, was 6 years ago to renew my driving licence. I have come here primarily because, well, two things. First of all, that I have got the Miller and Carter loyalty card. Now, I really would recommend it. I don't get anything from this. I recommend it because the thing is, if you come here, you get loyalty points every time you come here, and so you would get something extra. And also you get sent offers. There's no offers in sight at the moment because most of them have ended. However, when you join the loyalty app, as it were, you can register, and you will get on your first visit, and this is my first visit, a free glass of Prosecco. And you have to scan it, so I'm not gonna show you that, but that's the QR code. It says here, look, this is a copy. Register for an account or download our app to receive your welcome glass of fizz. Miller & Carter seem to have a much better approach to how vouchers and offers are handled. Very professional. And I was speaking to Taylor, who is one of the assistant managers. They have been really helpful. They've put me in a little side room because the thing is, it's easier. They're not using this side room today, and so they said, well, you can have this side room to sit at, and so consequently I've got a little bit of peace and quiet. I'm not paying anything extra for it, and I don't think they're giving any benefit, but it does mean that I'm not in amongst everybody else, and therefore the noise level is lower, the music isn't as high, and additionally I can talk to the camera without irritating somebody on our next table. So this is a private room. Now, you could probably seat about 8 people here. It'd be really good. It's the sort of thing that you really wouldn't mind having if there was a gang of 8 of you who were meeting up and you wanted to have something a little bit quieter. The door even closes. You could actually have a lovely meal here and feel that you're in a private dining room. I don't know what you've been up to for the last few days, but of course I've been busy editing. And also, look what I've done here. I've punctured my ears again. They were absolutely black with these earrings, but I had to find the silver cleaning because these are real silver. And then I punctured my ears. If you can see any blood, I didn't see any blood, but if you can see any blood, that means suffering for my art. So I'm getting tartier every day. So Miller & Carter. Now, they're part of Mitchells and Butler, topper end, proper gastropubs, or proper restaurants. Now, this isn't a pub, this is a restaurant, and they have three restaurant brands. They have Ego, Vintage Inns, of which there are 2 in York, the Fox and Roman and the Dormouse, and then you have Miller & Carter. Now, Miller & Carter's thing is steaks, really.
From lovely meals long gone, when laughter met with care, to dishes crafted now, for memories yet to share, each taste a bridge twixt past and futures revived. Nikki's Nosh leads you through the meals of your life. Through savory aromas, our senses take flight. In kitchens filled with laughter, we savor every bite. The echoes of the past blend with flavors that inspire. Each dish a cherished moment, a spark of love's desire.
Right, so Taylor's taken my order and it's exactly as what I told you earlier. So I'm going for the prawn cocktail and then the steak. And the steak processes, you order which steak you get in first, right? So I'm having the Black Angus prime rub, and then how do you want it? They suggested I had it medium rare, but I'm going to go for rare and see how it goes. Choose a steak sauce, which I am having the bone marrow béarnaise sauce. You choose a wedge dressing. Now look, they've explained it. You get a chunk of lettuce, and on the lettuce you get a sauce. And I've gone for the long Clawston Stilton and blue cheese, which is my favourite really. And then you choose a side when I've gone for the standard seasoned fries. So it's a simple thing. We stick into the menu, and I've also ordered my dessert, which is the double Belgian chocolate brownie. So I've covered everything. Look what I've got. Prosecco, glass of. Ooh, that is nice. It's much nicer than the Aldi version, and I get a strawberry as well. Even the strawberry's good. Glass of water, York's finest. Right, now, so thank you. Right, my prawn cocktail has arrived. So let's have a look close up. Wow. That looks marvellous. Because it's a cold dish, I can actually hold it up and we can have a little look. Now there's some lemon there. I'm going to squeeze a bit of lemon on there. Let's have a go. We'll do it this way. Now, look at that prawn. That is a good sized prawn. I think you would agree with me. That is marvellous. Now, they have these little pea shoots. Now, I like pea shoots. I used to grow them. They add a level of earthiness to the whole thing. I think there's at least 10 prawns in this dish. And on that basis, at least 10. I suppose I could count them. These are good sized prawns. The Mary Rose sauce is good too. It's almost all prawns. I can't fault it. Let's try the lettuce. Now this lettuce, it's really got body. It's not, I mean, an iceberg is an iceberg, isn't it? But this lettuce has a sort of got a much greater tang, and this Mary Rose sauce is good. My, the meat. I don't think it really needs salt either. It stands up of its own. Very often I will get a piece of lettuce and I'll add a little bit of salt to it. This is turning out to be the best prawn cocktail I've had so far on the channel. I think that was the 7th. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's at least 13 prawns here. That's really good value. They're not little things. These are king prawns. They really are tasty. Look at that prawn. It's at the right temperature. Good lettuce. Now, I've been assured this is exactly the same meal that everybody else gets. Well, what do they call it? They don't call it Mary Rose sauce. They call it Bloody Mary sauce. I seem to think that Bloody Mary sauce has alcohol in it. It's got a tang to it, that lovely cayenne pepper. So could I reproduce this at home? I don't think I could. Not for now, at least. I have to film everything that I eat, or I have to eat everything that I film. Both of those actually is true. It isn't always true with very many reviewers. They eat a little bit of it and then they sort of put it to one side. They don't eat it all. But I've got no choice. I have to eat it all. Plate is finished. Could I eat that again? I could eat it again. It was really, really good. It was exceptionally good. I really, really liked it. And the art, obviously, is beef-related art, but still. Right, so we've got a container with fries, looking crisp. That is nice. A wedge of salad. We've got the bone broth béarnaise. We've got our steak. A little bit of cream. It's looking a little bit sad. We've got a little bit of a tomato here. And I don't know what this is. Well, it's an onion. It's an onion. It's an onion type thing. Tastes great. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. So there we are. That's our meal. And there's a handsome amount of dressing on here. Really quite lovely. And we're getting lots of chips. Now I'm going to be. This pot is very, very hot. I'm going to tip those chips. Oh God. I'm going to tip the chips on there, and you'll see that obviously it's a good size, good portion of chips. A handy steak knife. Right then, so I'm going to give this the steak. It's been resting. It's a good portion of steak. It's a good piece of steak. It's really quite. I'm going to lift it up. Thickness, good thickness of steak. Can you see that? It's rested nicely. I'm gonna saw a bit off. Now, this is how I like it. This is really how I like it. Look at that. That I like it rare, and that's rare. That's perfect. The flavour's there. Absolutely, totally good. Now, this bone broth béarnaise, I'm going to just try a little bit on my fork. Oh, this is like sort of, it's an onion creation. Put it in the bone broth béarnaise. Look at that. This onion concoction is great. It's not an onion ring, obviously. It's something better than that. It's been deep fried, I think. But the béarnaise sauce is good. It's got a meaty, the bone marrow, of course. It adds a sort of an earthy flavour to the whole thing. Let's try a chip. They're quite small. I could have had the big ones, the chunky chips, but I said I would go for these. They're okay. Hot. Crispy. You get a good portion of it as well. I can't fault it. Let's have a go at this. Now this is an iceberg lettuce. And you get, well, they said a quarter, it looks more like a half. That topping for that lettuce. To die for. Okay. Right. So we're back attacking the onion thing. Surprisingly good. Now, let's have another go at this steak. It's soaring nicely, and it is as I like it. It is raw. I do like it like this. Look at that. But it's hot. It's a good steak. I really do like my steaks. And that is a good one. Ooh, this tomato, and I think it's tomato, has had all sorts of things done to it. No, it's not. It looks to me like it's a pepper. I can't work out what it is. It's sort of red and it's superb. This is quite a surprise. This
onion loaf.
Pardon?
It's the onion loaf.
It's onion loaf, is it?
Yeah, so it's
is this tomato or is it peppers?
Yeah, it's tomato. So it's balsamic glaze. A little bit of
That's it. Yeah. No, really nice actually. Everything's nice. I have to say, really is good. I mean, I was surprised about the steak as well.
Oh, wow.
I was expecting it to be a bit like old boots, but.
No. A lot of them goes into that. I won't bore you with the details, but
But no, this is good. It's a really nice steak. It cuts beautifully. And I do like my steaks, you know, but it cuts beautifully. It really is absolutely lovely.
Is it first time joining Miller Carter?
It is, yeah.
It is. Welcome, welcome.
So yeah, I mean, and I'm filming it, of course. This bone marrow thing is a strange flavour, isn't it?
Yeah, you get sort of like that, a bit of umami flavour in there.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think they go well together.
No, but it's weird, isn't it? Right. So I've just been speaking to Richard, and he was telling me that the training for the staff is extremely high. They have to understand the principles of the steak. Now, these steaks are Red Tractor approved steaks, by the way. And he's been on a course, a 3-day course, where he went to an abattoir to see how the meats were prepared in the abattoir. He's been to the farms and met the farmers, and that would mean he's obviously meeting farmers in Britain. So this is British beef, and it's Red Tractor approved. So there's a high level of welfare involved in these lovely steaks. And look at that steak. The tomato, I've got a balsamic glaze on it. I'm being honest about it. With this place, it has to establish consistency throughout the chain. Look, these chips are frozen chips, but they're made to their standards. I was at another restaurant, and I was told very specifically that the Grand, which is a 5-star hotel, they consistently use frozen chips. Now, it's the quality of those frozen chips that matters. I'm not fussed about them being frozen. I'm fussed about them being cooked properly, and these are cooked nicely. They're beautiful. The star of the night is always the steak. I've seen a few reviews, and some people haven't been happy with them. I'm cutting through this steak here, and every piece, there's no gristle. It's a rump steak, so it's the lowest, cheapest cut, really, I suppose you could say, that they're doing here. And it's super. The bone béarnaise has a sort of, well, it's a boniness, I suppose. It's got an umami flavour, which goes strangely with the béarnaise sauce. It's an interesting flavour. It's not a flavour I've ever tasted before. Is it a flavour I'd want to taste again? I'm not sure. I might like to try another one of their different sauces. It adds something to it. A little bit more fun. Makes it all more fun. Iceberg lettuce wedge. The sauce that's on the wedge is a blend of blue Stilton with the blue cheeses. I felt there was some Danish blue in there as well, but I might be wrong, but it gives it a beautiful contrast. What Richard was saying is that obviously the level of standard of training that they're giving the staff here is high up. Okay? That means you're not going to get a duff meal. They're going to look after you. As if the front of house people are well trained, the people at the back who are doing the cooking, they're going to be even better trained. They've pulled their hat on this being a success. And there are not that many of these steak type houses about that are delivering good quality, but this is good quality meat, ethically sourced, perfectly cut. Nothing worse than having a steak that's that thin. You know, good quality thick steak. Look at, I mean, this is the steak that I've been cutting through, and there's my finger. Look, it's fatter than my finger. They cook this steak to what you want. I bet you can imagine what I'm thinking about in terms of a score. Point something out here. That's the bowl, right? Look at that. It's a big piece of blue Stilton cheese. It actually tastes like a gorgonzola. But the fact is, it's a chunk. Tells me that it's been properly made. This whole meal has cost me £30. I'm flabbergasted, really. My guest has never been so flabbergasted. Can I recommend you come to Miller Carter? Well, certainly coming to the York one. Yeah, definitely come. The staff are unbelievable. Good quality, lovely, friendly staff who obviously clearly enjoy working here. They get looked after well by the firm. Anyway, I'm going to get on with my food. There's no gristle on this meat. And they did say to me, look, you should have it medium rare. And I said, no, I'd like to have it rare, please. No, I think I've already asked for the dessert. Yeah, I'm having the brownie.
Are you ready for it? Or a little rest?
Yeah. No, I'm ready for it. I'm fine. Let's summarise the meal. I had a 7-ounce rump. I asked it for it to be rare, and it was rare. It wasn't medium rare, and it wasn't blue. It was rare, but it was tasty. There wasn't a single bit of gristle in it. It was a beautiful thick cut, and it was cut. It was cooked right the way through. Had a lovely, nice crust on the outside. Everything about the steak was perfect. It was served with pea shoots and tomato with a balsamic dressing. Gorgeous, beautiful extra flavours. The chips were perfect. Yep, they are industrial chips, but that's to be expected in a place like this. So I'm not knocking that. They were well selected, beautiful chips, beautiful, nicely seasoned, not over seasoned, not under seasoned. They had a flavour to them. They cooked superbly well. The chips were great, and there were plenty of them. Then there was the lettuce wedge. Beautiful crisp lettuce, fresh crisp lettuce, an iceberg lettuce with a fantastic dressing. Long Clawston is a blue Stilton cheese, but I detected other blue cheeses in there. I'm certain I detected an Italian blue cheese in there. Every single part of it was zinging my mouth. I really enjoyed every single part of that main, and I've still got some of my Prosecco left. The Miller Carter in York. Do I recommend it? Yes. If you come in here, you will see the beautiful. You will see the ceilings, and the lighting. But it's got a sort of a 1920s Art Deco type look about the whole place. It's just lovely, and the lighting is just right. You can. Well, I don't know. You can see any of the lighting here, but if I move this round, look, you'll see. There's a mirror at the other end there, but the lighting is great. The choice of the carpets, the choice of the decor, everything is perfect. Could I live in this place? Well, yeah, I can. I could live here, and I could eat well here. But again, they have been putting a lot more effort in recently. I was told to make sure that everything is consistent. So if you go into a Miller Carter in York, and you go into a Miller Carter in, let's just say in Liverpool, you will expect to have the same standard of service, the same standard of food as you would get in all the others. Now that's not easy to do, because I mean, cooking steaks is a skill, a chef, and you have to have a chef to do this. You can give them a very, very good steak, and they could mess it up. That steak that I had was not messed up. It was cooked just as I like it. It's just after 3:30. And obviously they'll be limbering up for the evening, because it'll be heaving this evening. It'll be heaving this evening. I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Oh, right. Well, my pudding's arrived. Look at that. Right now, remember we had a brownie at the 8 o'clock. I'll be able to compare it with that. Feels hot underneath. Right, we've got ice cream, and we've got a sort of a. Let's look at it close up. Right, so here we are. Got some ice cream, we've got the brownie, and we've got a swirl of something or other, and then we've got a wedge of chocolate, I think, on the top there. Lovely, thank you very much. Right, and then we've got a piece of mint there, which of course that could go. That to one side. Right, so there we are. So that's our dessert. Okay, and it looks really quite nice. Let's give it a try. Let's taste it. Right, let's try it from here. We won't have me in the picture. There's a lovely wedge of chocolate. Really quite nice, that. Ice cream and hot brownie. Now, I suspect the brownie's been obviously cooked here. Was it prepped here? Was it baked here? I suspect not. But it's a very nice consistency, very smooth. Let's try the ice cream. vanilla ice cream. I'm not altogether sure. It jumps out on the page. I think of the 3 courses I've had, this is probably the most disappointing. The brownie is good. The problem for this was I waited at least 20 minutes for this to arrive, and I said I was ready for it straight away, so I waited 20 minutes, and that shouldn't have happened. The brownie's good, the ice cream's, it's good, but it's not excellent. I pride myself on understanding ice creams. It's better than Wall's ice cream. It's not in the handmade ice cream category. Everything was going really well. Good timing, perfect product, perfect starter, perfect main, everything else. The main it's finished, and I'm just waiting, and I'm now sitting here waiting 20 minutes. Now I'm here on my own. If I was on my own as a normal diner, I would have probably been feeling quite irate. I had plenty of things to do, but I don't particularly like being made to wait 20 minutes for what is really just a brownie with an ice cream on the top. What I had in mind was 9.5, but because of the experience with the dessert, no, it was more the flavours of the dessert. I don't think the dessert was up to the same standard as the rest of the meal. Right, okay, I've just been speaking to Taylor. I would have given this 9.5, except that the dessert wasn't really up to the same standard as the rest of the meal, and also it took 20 minutes to get to me. Okay, so I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. That is excellent. Now, if I come back here again, I'll be expecting to give it more than that. But I will be coming back because I want to try their proper steaks. That means it's under 30 quid. Obviously, on top of that, I'm going to put a gratuity. The staff were excellent. Something happened with regards to my dessert not coming out on time. Is 30 quid a good price for what I've had? Yeah, it is really. I would recommend this if you're coming here as a couple or as a group of friends. You really could have a lovely evening, and of course beyond here you can then go to the bars and what have you. There's loads of bars in St Helens Square, so you can really have a pleasant time here. If you're visiting York, yeah, this is a place. This would be a good place to have a good meal. You know, I've seen people just leaving, and they're leaving happy. Right, I've got the bill. I mentioned that the dessert didn't arrive for 20 minutes. Something happened. But they apparently have got a system in place in delivering customer excellence, that if something isn't delivered within a certain time frame, which I think is 10 minutes, they discount the bill. And so, and I said, look, is that just for me? No, we do it for everybody. The total cost was £29.95. They discounted the dessert £4, making it £25.95. So I got it for £25.95. So what I've simply done is I've said, right, make it 30 quid and the rest is gratuity. That's what I've done, because the service was excellent. I can't blame them on the dessert. I can't knock them on both sides. So Miller and Carter, Lendal, York, currently 9 out of 10, which is excellent. So do I recommend it? Yes, I do. It's lovely. It really is. Well, that's me done. So if you've enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe and comment. Please tell your friends as well. So share the video, put it on Facebook or put it on Twitter if you've got a Twitter account still. And if for some reason you have an Instagram or a TikTok, well, put a link in there as well. And we might get better known. So I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed eating the food. And so I will see you the next time. And so until then, from me, Nikki at Nikki's Nosh at Miller and Carter. Cheers, me dears.
Help Nikki's Nosh to grow. Subscribe and ring that bell to know what's coming next, so don't delay. Like, comment and share, let's do it today.